We got it, yes. They don't care about it. And they start to jab. They're just it's out of sight, out of mind. Can't get it.
Level check. This is a level check at the 8:30 mark. 8:30 before tip-off. Level check. 1, 2, 3.
Yes, yes.
Well, I want to welcome you into the Dietrich Activity Center on the campus of Walla Walla Community College as we bring you this NWAC Eastern Region doubleheader this afternoon. It is Yakima Valley College and Walla Walla Community College. My name is Mike Tatko. We'll be with you for the next several hours here as we have a very big Eastern Region doubleheader, both on the men's and the women's side. Beautiful sunny day in Walla Walla. The sun broke through, and it is gorgeous over here. Expected to be around 50 degrees, so it's a easy trip for Yakima Valley. No issues with weather, and we are about set here for women's action. Walla Walla is currently in second place in the East at 7-1. They are 16-6 overall. They have won 5 in a row. Yakima Valley is in third place in the East. They are 5-4 in the region and 11-9 overall. They have won 3 in a row. They had a huge win at Treasure Valley a while ago, and then they followed that up with a win at home against Blue Mountain. So Coach Robin Andrea and his Yaks are on a roll, looking to get in to the tournament in March in Pasco. The Warriors and Yaks met earlier in the year on January 13th in Yakima, and Walla Walla won 84-62. And in that game, the Warriors were without Emma Lieber, who was injured, remember, in December. She has since come back, and there are 10 Warriors suited up here tonight. And looking at the Yaks, they have 6 out there warming up right now. They have a couple sitting on the bench, but I am not sure if they're going to be at full strength. As looking at their game against Blue Mountain on Wednesday, in which they won 72-70, they ended up playing 8 players that day, but right now they only have 6 on the court. And next to Coach Robin Andrea, there are 5 others. And so it could be an injury-riddled Yak team that has made its way to Walla Walla. We'll talk more about the men's game, which comes up later, but again, it's a crucial game. Yakima Valley is undefeated and 9-0 in the Eastern region. The Warriors have won 2 straight. They are 3-6 after a very difficult stretch in which they lost a lot of close games. They have since won a couple, including a double overtime win over Wenatchee Valley on Wednesday, as that was a back and forth game, which of course we'll talk more about when we get into men's action. And that was 105-97. The rest of the standings and the schedule in the Eastern region: Columbia Basin is in first, 8-0 in the region. Treasure Valley is 4-4, Blue Mountain 4-5, Big Bend 3-6, Spokane 3-6, and Wenatchee Valley 0-8. One early surprise in today's action: Big Bend at Treasure Valley is leading by 10 at half. That would have to be considered a surprise, as Big Bend from Moses Lake makes the long drive down to Ontario, and they currently lead in the game by 10 at half. Green River has already defeated Highline. No surprise there, 63-46. And we'll pass along other scores as we can. Want to say hi to Rod and Cody Rotluck, and I finally figured out how to say your last name. Talked with Kyler. She helped me with some technical issues that we had when we first came into the gym. Kyler is the trainer here at the college, and she was quick to point out some fixes that we could do to make our broadcast go. As it turns out, everything got fixed at the source, which was a server issue. But thanks to Kyler Rotluck, who informed me how to say her last name after I asked. I've only been saying it wrong for, I think, 3 years, so thank you for that. So we have Yakima Valley and Walla Walla, and we will give you the starting lineups after we break for the anthem here from the Dietrich Activity Center. We're back with you after the anthem. our national anthem here as we get set for this battle between the Warriors and the Yaks. And here is the starting lineups. Abby Gilbert is a 5'5" freshman guard from Blackfoot, Idaho, went to Snake River High School. So Gilbert is one of the starters, along with Blake Barbie. She's a forward from South Albany High School in Albany, Oregon, and she's a 5'10" sophomore. She played at Lynn Benton, also in the NWAC in the South. Imani Brown is a 5'7" freshman from Yakima, played at Davis High School. Also, Hope Driscoll is a 5'7" sophomore guard from Aberdeen High School in Aberdeen, Idaho. And Alina Sapalek is a 5'10" freshman from Emerald Ridge High School in Spanaway, Washington. The Yaks are coached by Robin Andrea and Haley Wemmick. For the Warriors, they line up like this. Jaisha Gibb is a 5'4" freshman from Colfax, Washington. Colfax Bulldog. Dylan Lovett, a 5'6" sophomore guard from Post Falls, Idaho. She's a proud Post Falls Trojan. Cynthia Varela, 5'8" freshman guard from Rimrock, a Rimrock Raider. Paige Pencer is a 5'9" sophomore forward from Ridgeview High School in Redmond, Oregon, a Ridgeview Raven. And Brielle Magnuson, a 5'10" freshman guard from Rocky Mountain High School in Meridian, a Rocky Mountain Grizzly. Warriors are coached by Bobby Hazeltine, Mark Lindgren, Katie Trinan, and Tim McEwen. Glad you're with us. If you would like, you can minimize the screen or at least make it a little bit smaller. Chat to us. Tell us who you are rooting for, where you are watching, and we will give you a shout out on the air as we are set here to go. The Warriors in gold, the Yaks in their maroon. And again, Yakima with just the one sub, so they are down to 6 people, and I would assume the Warriors will try to run and see if they can wear Yakima out. Walla Walla has it from right to left as we get underway here. And they start off with Magnuson not hitting, but Penzer grabbed the rebound, and she does score. And I see Rob and Christy across the way. They are on row 2, as hopefully we have a good contingent of family. And if you're not in attendance here, we hope you're watching online. We hope you'll say hello. 2-0 Walla Walla, Yakima's first attempt. And Penzer with a blocked shot. That was attempted by Driscoll. So Paige scored at the other end, and she blocks a shot at the Yakima end. 2-0 Walla Walla. Again, they already own a 84-62 win over this Yak team on January 13th. Man-to-man defense by Yakima that Dylan Lovett surveys. Shot clock at 8 now as they work it around. Varela with it. Going to have to maybe fire one up here pretty soon, as the shot clock is down to almost nothing. And at the horn of the shot clock, Paige Pencer scores. So she has scored from the right side, and she scores from the left side, and it's 4-0 in favor of Walla Walla. That's Barbie inside against Penzer, trying to back her way in, and the up and under layup is good by Blake Barbie. Blake Barbie did not play in the meeting between the teams last time. She had an average of 7 points. Penzer, who has the first 4 for the Warriors, had 17 last time these teams played, and that time it was Dylan Lovett to go the length and lay it in. I see Lonnie Lovett, her father, across the way. We're wearing the same shirt, the black with the big yellow W, and Walla Walla Warriors on the front as the Warriors get it back. 6-2, and we're 2 minutes in. Hitting the deck is Penzer, and they're going to call it on Gilbert, I think, the push. It is. So first on Abby, first team foul.
Abby Gilbert, her first.
Warriors will bring it in underneath the basket. And all alone on the inbounds is Magnuson. Couldn't get it to go. Penzer can, and the foul. So Penzer is owning the offensive board. She has 2 putback baskets, And that time, as she drew a foul, it's the second foul on Yakima. And it's going to be on Imani Brown. It's her first and the second Yak foul. And so an 8-2 Warrior lead, and free throws coming for Pinzer. She shoots 71.4% from the line, and she knocks that one down. And just like that, it's 9-2. Alina Sapalak, the leading scorer for the Yaks at 13.8 points a game. And rolling it in that time was Abby Gilbert. And it's 9-4. Cynthia Varela, number 15 in gold. And Gibb lets fly with a 3. And that time Pinzer could not quite get the offensive rebound. And it goes back the other way to Yakima. 9-4 Warriors. We have played 3 minutes. Imani Brown gets a screen from Barbie and then tries to drive on Pinzer. Spin move, and I think Varela fouled her. Let's see who they call it on. It is on Cynthia Varela, her first, and so it will be Brown to shoot free throws. She's a 50% free throw shooter, had 9 points last time these teams played, an average of 7.7. And she'll have an opportunity to try to split the pair. And she comes up short, and Pinzer with the rebound. Magnuson going to go through all the way and miss the easy lay-in. Lovett with the rebound, and the Warriors will reset. Brielle had a fantastic post move to get to the hoop, but couldn't get it to go. And it's Pinzer who jumps it up from the left wing, and she already has 9, and it's 11-4. Lovett wants to run the other way. Lovett runs past everyone and gets fouled. And that's going to be on Brown, and that's going to be her second. So 2 fouls on Brown, and Lovett, who had 12 points last time these teams played, will have a pair. She gets 12 points a game. And she is a 61.8 free throw shooter. And coming in for the Yaks is Elaine Rasmussen, a 6'3 freshman from Omaha, Arkansas. Lovett hits them both, and as the name would imply, we love it when she does that. Barbie up underneath, it rolled off. It's tipped out of bounds, and it will stay with Yakima Valley. They'll reset the shot clock to 20. 13-4 Warriors. We are 4 minutes in. Give and go to Sapalak. Her shot was blocked, but they call a foul. They're going to call it on Pinzer, her second foul. Coach Hazeltine for Walla Walla was not too enthused with that whistle, but it stands, and she'll have 2 free throws. A 78.6% free throw shooter. And Alina Sapalak, 13.8 points a game. She leads the Yaks. She had 13 the last time these teams played, and she knocks the first one down. In fact, she got them both, and it's 13-6. Man-to-man defense by the Yaks. And it's good defense. The shot clock down to 10. Gibb gonna think about a 3. Jasa drives. No. Pinzer got fouled on the putback. So once again, Paige Pinzer battling. And Pinzer off to a real good start here. She already has 9 points and 5 rebounds, and she'll have a pair here. And she already has 10. And it's 14-6. The second one rolled off. And the Yaks get it back now. Halfway through the period. And an 8-point Warrior lead. And Barbie fires from the left wing, and Lovett wants to run. Dillon will back it out, and the Warriors will reset. Magnuson from 10, that's off the mark. And an offensive rebound, and Brielle has another chance, and that wouldn't go. So a slow start today for Magnuson, who had 30 the last time these teams played. Can't seem to get untracked yet today as we approach the 4-minute mark. And a left-handed shot, and Lovett hits the deck and inadvertently kicked it. It wasn't a kick on purpose. Robin Andrea wants a kick, but it wasn't intentional. The ball just came up and hit her foot. And that foul is going to be on Driscoll, her first, and that's the 4th or 5th foul. It is her first and 5th foul, and we have our first timeout of the game. 3:52 to play in the first period. Walla Walla with the early 14-6 lead. Back to the ball game. Couple new players into the game for Walla Walla. Emma Lieber, a 6-foot freshman from McLaughlin High in Milton Freewater, right down the road. And also Malia Cortez, 5'2", sophomore guard from Prosser High School in Prosser, Washington. So Lovett, who is 2 for 2, got fouled. She'll shoot 2 more, and that one would not go. That last foul was on Driscoll, her first, and that's already the 5th foul on Yakima, and they only have 6 players today. Lovett splits the pair. It's 15-6. There's a lot of players on the bench, but none of them are dressed except just the one substitute. So obviously some injury problems for Coach Robin Andrea, and nobody ever wants to see that. In fact, I said Sapalak was the leading scorer. She is among those who are dressed. Paris Wilson is actually the leading scorer at 16.6 points a game, and she's not in uniform. And that's a big loss for Yakima Valley. And Cortez ties up Sapalak, and it'll still stay with Yakima Valley. Well, we told you Big Bend had a lead at half over Treasure Valley by 10. The Chuckers came back and erased that. And now they lead by 6. Treasure Valley does with just 10 seconds left in the third period. So a big rally in the third quarter for Treasure Valley. Putting it up and no good, but the rebound is good by Rasmussen, and she is fouled. So Driscoll couldn't get the first one to go at the shot clock horn, but Rasmussen got the rebound, and the foul's on Lieber, her first, and the Warriors' third, and Rasmussen, a 63% shooter, completes the three-point play, and just like that, it's 15-9. Warriors go to the high post to Lieber, and they find Gibb, and Gibb nails the three. So Yakima Valley went to a zone, and the Warriors adjusted and found Jaisha Gibb in the right corner, and she knocked down the three. And it's 18-9 with 3 minutes left to play in the first period. Bringing it across will be Alina Sapalak for the Yaks. And a turnaround jumper in the key, missed, but Rasmussen again with the rebound, and she scored again. Elaine Rasmussen is 6'3", and the Warriors don't have anyone who can guard her, and they're going to get Paige Penzer back in the game. It's 18-11. They swing it again, and this time it's Cortez. And Lieber with the offensive rebound. Emma up against Rasmussen is called for traveling in the key. And so back it goes, and Paige Penzer will come back, and Lieber will sit back down. And Penzer will be called on to guard Rasmussen inside, who already has 5 points. 2:14 to play in the period. 7-point Walla Walla lead. Penzer batted that away out of bounds, and the Yaks will get it back. Up underneath, the shot was not good by Driscoll, might have been altered. And Lovett to Magnuson. And Gibb again, high arching shot. And another three for Jaisha Gibb. She has 6, and it's 21-11 with 90 seconds left to play. And a steal, going to be a foul in the backcourt, I think, on Sapalak. And that's going to be her second. And so shooting will be Cortez. Cortez, a 68.2% free throw shooter. And she got that one, and the Warriors are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 8. And exactly what Yakima Valley did not want was foul trouble, and they've already committed 6 this period. Cortez hits them both. And it's 23-11. And so Imani Brown will come back in, and Barbie will get a break. Blake Barbie. And Yakima calls timeout with 1:24 to play in the period. And our score is 23-11. Let's look at some other games going on. Treasure Valley on top of Big Bend by 4 with 7:47 left. Lane, an early 5-point lead over Portland. Skagit Valley and Olympic are tied late first. Bellevue leading at Everett by 4, end of first. Umpqua Clackamas 11-10 Umpqua after 1. That will be a good one. Columbia Basin up at Spokane leading 28-22 after 1. Edmonds by 1 at Peninsula mid-first. Blue Mountain at home leads Wenatchee Valley by 5 after 1. And just a very full slate of games here in the NWAC today. And again, we have men's action coming up beginning at 4 o'clock. 1:20 to play. Walla Walla leads 23-11. Sapalak driving on Gibb. Left-handed shot high off the glass. And good. Her first field goal. 23-13, 1 minute. Attempted to go to Penzer. Instead, it ends up in the hands of Magnuson. Page banks it in. And she has 12 points in the first period along with 7 rebounds. She almost has a double-double, and we've only played 9.5 minutes. Driscoll driving, and she ran over Penzer. No whistle. And the Warriors will have it. Shot clock, game clock are exactly the same. 20 seconds, maybe a 1 second differential. Back to man, Lovett in the deep right corner, and Gibb gonna have to fire it. It's high off the backboard, and Magnuson with the putback is short, and that is the end of the first quarter. After 1, it is Walla Walla 25, Yakima Valley 13. Back to the ball game here from the Dietrich Activity Center on the campus of Walla Walla Community College. We are through 1, and it is 25-13 Walla Walla. Again, Yakima Valley playing with just 6 in uniform. And the Warriors have it. First possession of the second period. Hello to those of you watching us, wherever you may be. You're welcome to say hi or just watch the game as Lovett goes all the way to the hoop. Just so fast. She beats her person, and Lovett has 7 early points, and it's 27-13. Give and go up underneath to Gilbert, and I think it ended up out of bounds. And it goes back to the Warriors. We'll keep our eye on that Big Bend Treasure Valley game. They are down to the final 5 minutes, and Treasure Valley leads 59-54. And driving to the hoop and scoring is Jaysha Gibb, who has 8. So the Warriors using their quickness at guard to have some success. And Rasmussen, one of the few misses. She's been really good inside. And at the other end, Lovett does it again. She just goes past her defender. Dylan Lovett has 9. Dylan Lovett's brother Ridge won a huge wrestling match yesterday against an opponent from Michigan who he had not beaten, and he defeated him. And a huge win for Nebraska wrestling. And so congratulations to Ridge Lovett. The Warriors at the other end, they find Penzer. She has 14 and 8 rebounds, almost a double-double, and it's 33-13. And we still have 8 minutes to play here in the half. And Penzer with the steal. Hallie Arnold is in. Arnold hands it off to Gibb, and then Arnold's going to be called for running over the defender. So she passed it off. Great pass by Arnold. She's a 5'10 freshman guard from Melba. Melba Mustang. Was talking to Hallie last week about her high school team and what a great league they are in with Coal Valley Christian. And And some of the other teams, in fact, one of the other teams, Ambrose, was playing in a state play-in game today and lost to Kellogg. But Hallie comes from Melba, a really proud program down there with a lot of success. We had Courtney Trappett from Melba not long ago. Arnold with the rebound, and it ends up in the hands of who? Arnold. And no. And finally the Yaks have some success with the rebound. They have not yet scored here in 2.5 minutes of the period. The Warriors have scored 8. And Sapalak for 3. And a good job by Barbie to hustle and save it in, but she couldn't hit it off of anybody. And so it's out of bounds to Walla Walla. 7:12 to play. Penzer up underneath, a good pass. And Penzer scores again, and she has 16. And in the backcourt, it's a steal by Gibb. Arnold with good defense by Barbie. Finally gets it off to Gibb. And it'll be Varela. And that shot too hard. And back the other way. Off of Lovett. No, they're going to say it's off of Amani Brown. Darby Rhodes comes back for the Warriors, or comes in for the first time, 5'8" sophomore guard from Mac High in Milton Freewater. And Emma Lieber, her teammate in high school and now her teammate in college, she comes in as well. And for Yakima Valley, Hope Driscoll is back, a 5'7" sophomore guard from Aberdeen, Idaho, Aberdeen Tigers. Arnold driving. And finds Lieber. Emma turn around with the left, it would not go. And the rebound comes down to Yakima Valley. Driscoll all the way down the court. Brown driving baseline, step through, blocked by Lieber, out of bounds, and it's going to be off of Brown. And it'll be Warrior ball. Gibb on offense, goes past her defender, and Jasha will lay it in. 10 points for Jasha Gibb. And the Yaks still are scoreless here in the second period, and we're about midway through. Three on the way by Driscoll. And the battle for the rebound by Varela and Barbie. And that pass down court is intercepted by Amani Brown. 2-on-2 for the Yaks. Brown pulls up. And Brown knocks down the 10-footer. Her first two. First points for the Yaks in this period. Took them about half of the period to get on the board. Poked away from Lieber, but Varela gets it back. And her three is caught. The ball is stuck. Which one of those people are going to run up there and tip it down? And there'll be a media timeout as they will need to get a different basketball to poke that one out of the spot. And so we do have a timeout. As with 3 minutes left, Treasure Valley leading now by 5. Portland a lead on Lane by 2. That's mid-second. CBC by 7 over Spokane mid-second. Clackamas over Umpqua by 4 mid-second. Blue Mountain all over Wenatchee by 12 midway through the second period. In other NWAC games, I think they're trying to find some music to play here in the arena, because I don't think everyone just wants to sit there and listen to me talk during timeouts. 4:38 to play. and a 37-15 Warrior lead. They have scored 12 this period. Gibb, Lovett, and Pencer each have 4. And for Yakima Valley, Imani Brown has 2. Magnuson comes back in for Walla Walla at the break. So the lineup for the Warriors, they're all lined up in a line out there. It's Cortez, Magnuson, Lieber, Varela, and Rhodes. And for the Yaks, it is Barbie, Driscoll, Sapalak, Rasmussen, and Brown. And there's Rasmussen working on Lieber. Good post move. She backs in, she turns, and it would not go, and Lieber yanked it down. Rhodes ahead of everybody. And Varela will miss an 8-footer, but an offensive rebound by Rhodes. And Magnuson, again, couldn't get it to go. Brielle's had a tough go of it so far today, and she's getting 19 points a game. She's 3rd in the NWAC, and she's been held scoreless. And a foul going to be called on Varela. And that's going to be her 2nd. And 2 free throws coming for Yakima. And it'll be Hope Driscoll to shoot free throws. Driscoll, a 64.7% free throw shooter. She averages 9.7 points a game, had 13 last time these teams played, and she made the first one. And Driscoll got them both. And it's 37-17. And Magnuson, again, couldn't get it to go. Lieber got the rebound and couldn't get it to go. 3:40 to play. And left corner, Brown couldn't get it, but Rasmussen yanked it down. And Driscoll, first field goal for Driscoll. She has 4 points. And it's 37-19. 3:15 to play. Warriors are going to get 3 new people in to the game at the next break. And everybody on the team will have seen action. Magnuson gonna think about the 3 and instead give it inside to Lieber, and she muscles it up and in. First 2 for Emma Lieber, and it's 39-19, 3 minutes to play before half. Imani Brown couldn't get to the runner to go, but Blake Barbie can, and she has 4. Varela to Brielle, and that is good. So Magnuson finally on the board. And with 2 minutes left in the half, it's 42-21. 3 for Brielle. Driscoll driving on Rhodes, and she scored it. Driscoll has 6 all in this period. And a timeout by Walla Walla. I think if nothing else, they wanted to get some substitutes in. 42-23. Gwen Dawes is going to come into the game. She's a freshman from Yakima Tribal in Toppenish. And she will come in. Lovett will come back. And I think Hallie Arnold is the other Warrior who was checked in, ready to go here with 1:44 to play in the half in a 42-23 lead for Walla Walla. Big Bend has cut the Treasure Valley lead to 1. It's now 62-61 with a minute left in that one. So we'll keep our eye on that game down in Ontario, Oregon. Here it's 42-23. Cortez, Lovett, Dawes, Magnuson, and Pincer are the lineup for Walla Walla. So Arnold did not come back that time. Back door to Magnuson. Barbie fouled her. First foul on Barbie. And that's the first Yakima foul. And Magnuson will have a couple of free throws here. Brielle, a 75% free throw shooter. First trip to the line today. Brielle now has 4 points, and it's 43-23. She rolled that one home, front iron, back iron, and through the twine. 44-23. 90 seconds remain until our halftime break. We'll go say hi to some family members and have a good time at half. Magnuson will rebound it and run it down. And she'll lay it up. And she is called for traveling prior to driving in. 1:11 to play. And they're going to call Gilbert for running over one of the Warriors. That's the third Yakima player with 2 fouls. Gilbert has 2, Brown has 2, and Sapalak has 2. And Lovett driving, and her shot is blocked by, I think, Driscoll. Final 40 seconds of the half. Walla Walla leads by 21. Sapalak directing traffic, guarded by Magnuson. Barbie with 7 on the shot clock. Past Dawes, kicks it out. And Driscoll, it rattled out. It was in the cylinder and came back out, and the Warriors will play for 1 with 12 seconds left. And it's going to be Cortez way too hard from the corner and out of bounds. And it'll be Yakima ball with 1.3 seconds left. And now they changed the call. They say the ball was hit on the rebound by Yakima Valley, so they'll give it back to Walla Walla. And they'll have 1.3 seconds to do something with it here. Leading by 21. Lob to Magnuson, who scored it at the buzzer. Great pass by Lovett. Magnuson got it, and it's halftime. And that was the highlight of the half right there, that basket at the buzzer by freshman Brielle Magnuson. Great pass by sophomore Dylan Lovett. Halftime here, 46-23, and we will take a break and come back in a few moments. Well, welcome back to our broadcast here from Walla Walla. Let's take you through the first half stats. It is 46-23. That is our score. And for Yakima Valley, Abby Gilbert with 2 points. 4 in the game for Blake Barbie. 2 for Imani Brown. 6 for Hope Driscoll. 4 for Alina Sapalak. And 5 for Elaine Rasmussen. 9-15. For a total of 23. They had 13 in the first period and 10 in the second. They are 5 of 7 from the free throw line. Walla Walla is led by Paige Penzer with 16 points and 8 rebounds. Jaysha Gibb has 10 points, Dylan Lovett 9, Brielle Magnuson 7, and Malia Cortez 2, along with Emma Lieber with 2. And Walla Walla will have it. And what a basket at the horn by Magnuson from Lovett. Warriors had 25 in the first. They got 21 in the second. And they are 9 for 11 on free throws. So we are underway. And Lovett scores right off the bat here. And again, Yakima Valley playing with just the 6. They have some other players on the bench, but they're all in street clothes. As the 3 by Gilbert is no good. Can tell you that Treasure Valley ended up winning that game over Big Bend 65-61. So the Chuckers hold serve at home and move a step closer to getting into the playoffs. And that foul is going to be on Gilbert, and that's her 3rd. And Lovett will have a pair here for Walla Walla. Lovett now has 12 points. The teams in the Eastern region have a bye on Wednesday. Although on Tuesday, Columbia Basin will beat a Treasure Valley in a makeup game. No Eastern Region games Wednesday. Next Saturday, Walla Walla is home with Columbia Basin. And Yakima Valley is home with Treasure Valley. So some big games coming up. And scoring is Imani Brown. She has 4. And it's 50-25. Varela will just pull up from the free throw line, and it's off the back iron, and the rebound comes down to Yakima Valley. Much better job on the defensive boards by Yakima Valley, not allowing the Warriors to get offensive rebounds. Lovett trying to take it from Driscoll, but she can't. And driving was Brown. Good defense from behind that time by Walla Walla, and Gibb wants to run. And Jaysha, no, there's an offensive rebound by Penzer, and it's going to be off of Yakima Valley out of bounds. Malia Cortez is back. And Varela will get a break. Again, men's action coming up at about 4 o'clock. And Yakima Valley is undefeated in the Eastern region. Magnuson got fouled, and the basket counts. Coach Robin Andrea wanted an offensive foul. He wanted a push-off, and instead it's a foul on Brown. And so Magnuson gets the basket, and the free throw is tapped right back to her, and the Warriors will reset. 52-25, we've played 2 minutes. And Lovett up underneath, 15 for Dylan, and it's 54-25. Brown drives, gets fouled. Going to call it on Magnuson. That's her first. And shooting 2 will be Imani Brown. She's 0 for 2 so far today. Came into the game as a 50% free throw shooter. And she got that one, and if she hits this one, she'll be back up to the average. Good again. Elaine Rasmussen is back in. Good position by Pincer, and she is tied up. No, they're going to say it's a foul. Coach Rob and Andrea wanted a jump ball. I thought it was a jump ball, but they call a foul on Gilbert, and that's her 4th. And they can't afford to lose people because they only have 6. That's 4 on her. And Paige Pincer with the offensive rebound. And she has 18 in the game. I'm wondering if Coach Rob and Andrea would like to look at that last foul. I don't know if they can go back and look and maybe change that, because he didn't think it was on Gilbert. I frankly didn't even think it was a foul. Sapalak spinning and hitting. Alina Sapalak has 6. It's 56-29. Magnuson had it poked away from her, and the Yaks had a break, but they opted not to take it. And it's Gilbert for 3. It's off the mark. And it's Lovett. Passing it to Pinzer. Great pass by Lovett. And Paige Pinzer has 20. Dylan Lovett with 4 assists now. 6 minutes to play in the 3rd period. Sapalak driving and now popping. It is off the mark. And they call a flop warning on Walla Walla. That's the 2nd game in a row where they have been called for flopping. And if they flop again, that'll be some type of penalty. Magnuson on offense. Cortez Gibb into Pincer. And Paige Pincer is on fire. She had 17 against the Yaks last time. She has 22 here. And it's 60-29, and we're just midway through the 3rd. And the foul will be on Pincer. That's her 2nd. So Pincer gets 2. Magnuson will sit down. 5:17 to play in our 3rd period. And on the inbounds, the hoop is made by Imani Brown. She has 8. Pincer alone underneath, and the left-handed move would not go. Same shot clock. And that might be on Pincer again, and if so, that's her 3rd. No, they call it on Arnold, and that's her 2nd. And there's a timeout on the court. 4:41 to play in our 3rd period. It's 60-31, Walla Walla. Back to the ball game. 4:36 to play in the third. Walla Walla 60, Yakima Valley 31. Warriors trying to sweep the Yaks. And that one by Sapalak would not go. And at the other end, it's Hallie Arnold. First two for Arnold. Another great down court pass by Walla Walla. And the Warrior foul is on Gibb. It's already the fourth foul on the Warriors. 6 minutes in here in the third. That last pass to Arnold was made by either Gibb or Cortez. Rasmussen scored it. The Warriors unable to have success, so it goes back to Yakima. Penzer has 22 points and 15 rebounds, so a great day for Page, who is guarding Rasmussen. And there's a turnaround, and this will be an uncontested lay-in for Jasha Gibb. And she has 12. And it's 64-33. Jasha's from Colfax. Driscoll with the left. And Penzer had it and was tied up by Barbie. Good job by Blake. And it is back to the Yaks at the 3:04 mark. Sapalak inside. Tried to go inside, now backs out. Spin move. And the shot might have been blocked. That was by Imani Brown. Lieber and Varela will come back at the next whistle. Lovett goes past her defender and laid it in again. Quick first step by Dylan Lovett, hard to guard. She has 17, Penzer has 22, and it's 66-33. That's going to be on Hallie Arnold, and that's her third. And the Warriors have committed 5 this period. So Penzer and Gibb get a break. Lieber and Varela come back. And for Yakima, Gilbert comes back, and Rasmussen gets a break. So free throws for Driscoll, and she missed the first one. She's 2 for 3. And now 3 for 4. Good defense by Barbie against Lieber. And it ends up in the hands of Lieber down low. Emma got it to go. 1:47 to play. And Sapalak with a nice move. The shot wouldn't go, and it was tipped out of bounds by Yakima Valley. 1:34 to play in our quarter. It is 68-34. And Lovett again. And good again. She has 10 this period. And 19 for the game, and it's a timeout by Yakima Valley, 70-34 with 1:15 to play here. $1:15 in the third. There seemed to be some discrepancy as to when they're going to, where they're going to inbound the ball. It doesn't really matter. They're going to have it in front of their bench, and one of the officials stood at half court, and one of the other officials said, just do it wherever. And that's what I think they should do. Well, the Warriors are off Wednesday. It's a rare Wednesday bye. So no game Wednesday. And next Saturday they are here. And next Saturday is the breast cancer awareness fundraiser game. And we expect a big crowd because Columbia Basin is in town. And Columbia Basin is leading Spokane, but only by 10. In Spokane midway through the third, 61-51. But if they hang on there, they will come in here undefeated, and Walla Walla will come in with one loss. And their only loss is to Columbia Basin. Blue Mountain with a big lead over Wenatchee Valley, as you would expect. Mount Hood with a surprising lead over Lynn Benton. Interesting that Paige Penzer's parents are here. Rob and Christy on the second row over there. And their other daughter, Lacey Penzer, is playing for Mount Hood. And she has 7. And I'm sure they're keeping track of that on their phone. In fact, I'm looking over there, and Christy is looking at her phone. So I'm sure she's checking in on the other daughter. Her daughter, Paige, has 22 here today. Shot by Brown wouldn't go. Magnuson back in. Magnuson, Gibb, Lieber, Varela, and Cortez, and a foul on Driscoll.
Foul on 22, Hope Driscoll, her second person.
Driscoll with 2 in the game. And Lieber had it blocked, and they're going to call a foul. And that's going to be on Barbie. So they'll get Rasmussen back in.
To the line for 2, number 30, Emma Lieber.
50 seconds remain in the third period.
25, Elaine Rasmussen checking in the game for Yakima.
Lieber for 2 free throws. First time she's been to the line today. She's a 60.6% free throw shooter. And she hits the first. She has 5. And she has 6. 72-34. Driscoll driving, trying to get it off to Rasmussen, gets it off to Brown instead. And Imani Brown has 10. And it's 72-36. And at the other end, Magnuson stepped through, couldn't get it to go, got her own rebound, and that goes. And it's 74-36. Magnuson with 11. And the quarter is running out. And that shot is not going to count. They wiped that off. And that is the end of the third quarter. And our score is Walla Walla 74 and Yakima Valley 36. And they're going to take a look to see if this basket counted. So we'll have a chance to look too as we have our feed right here. I don't think she got it off before the buzzer sounded, but let's wait and see. We're looking at the feed right here. It's going to be a player right over here on the left. You can see the clock. And no, she did not get it off. That's probably what they should rule. 13 points in the period for Yakima, including 3 of 4 from the line. They are now 8 of 11. And Walla Walla with 28 points. Including 4 of 5 from the line. They're now 13 of 16 from the free throw line. So, the final period here, and then we'll have a break before the men's action. That should be a good one. Yakima Valley 9-0 in the Eastern region. They beat the Warriors, but not by very much. Last time they played, they lost by 5. So we'll look forward to that. Set the lineups for you. Sapalak, Gilbert, Driscoll, Rasmussen, and Brown for Yakima Valley. Driscoll gets past Magnuson, but she could not get it to go. And a nice pass from Varela to Brielle. Couldn't get it to go, but Cynthia gets the offensive rebound, and Lieber couldn't get it to go. Still 74-36.
Number 22, Hope Driscoll for 2.
Driscoll got that basket. So she has 9.
Fouls on 23, Brielle Magnuson, her second. Checking in the game for Walla Walla, number 20, Paige Pencer, 25, Darby Rhodes, 22.
Foul on
21,
Magnuson.
2014, Dylan Lovett.
That's her second. And a 3 for the Yaks. And so Driscoll with 12 in the game, and it's 74-41. Gwen Dawes back in from Yakima Nation Tribal School. Pincer, Lovett, Arnold, and Rhodes. Those are the 5 on the court for the gold-clad Warriors. And Rhodes' pass is batted away. And Imani Brown couldn't get it to go, and Dawes with the rebound. Nice to see the Warriors with 10 players suited up. They've had games this year with not very many. .704 to play in this one. And Driscoll right corner, and iron only in Rhodes with the rebound that time. Lovett runs it up, and Dawes. A left-handed 3, no. And they're going to call Sapalak for a foul. That's her
Number 24, Alina Sapp,
third.
her third personal.
Columbia Basin now pulling away from Spokane. They lead by 18. Pins are up and under, and it rolled off And I think that's going to be tipped by Rhodes. No, they're going to say it's Warrior ball. Lane leading Portland by 6 in a key South Region game, and Clackamas at Umpqua by 11. So watch out for Clackamas.
Take it out. Money. Money, here.
6:16 to play here. Sapalak directing traffic. Driscoll. Another rebound for Penzer. And for Page, 22 points and 16 rebounds. Quinn Dawes with it, she threw it right to Driscoll. And Hope will lay it in. She has 11. She has 14. And she has 7 this period. Dawes to Pincer, and that is in. Nice pass by Dawes. 76-43 Warriors. And Driscoll will shoot more free throws.
Foul on Walla 22, Hallie Arnold, her 4th person.
4 on Arnold.
End of the game, number 10, Jason Gibb.
Driscoll hits one of the two. Midway through the 4th period. Gibb gonna fire a 3 and hit it. Barely moved the net. She has 15. They're going to call that on Pinzer. It's her 3rd. There'll be a timeout on the court. With 4:39 left, it's Walla Walla 79 and Yakima Valley 44. 4:39 to play. Rasmussen will shoot a pair for the Yak. She's 2 for 2. And Rasmussen 3 for 3. And it's 79-46. Rebound by Rhodes. That would not go. And falling in to Barbie was Pencer. They'll help her up. And that's 4 on Pencer. Well, Gonzaga just beat Kentucky. That's got to be a feather in their cap as far as getting into the NCAA tournament.
Checking in for Walla Walla, number 30, Emma Lee.
Final 4 minutes here. Barbie trying to go up against Dawes. That's an offensive foul on Blake Barbie as she knocked Dawes to the ground, and that's her third.
Foul on 2, Blake Barbie, her third person.
Warriors work it around the Yakima zone. Dawes fires from 12, banked not good, but the rebound by Rhodes. And it ends up in the hands of Lieber, who moves to the hoop and scores. And it's 81-46. Driscoll. And running it down is Rhodes. Well, tough from the get-go for Yakima Valley with only 6 players. Coach Robin Andrea ran him in and out as well as he could, but in the end, just too much Walla Walla as we're down to the final 3 minutes. Dawes will have another shot, and who's going to get called for a foul? Fouls on Yakima, I guess. So Rasmussen's first foul. And so Varela and Cortez will come back. And also Imani Brown will come back. Lovett and Gibb will sit out for the Warriors for the final 2:54. So 4 in double figures for Walla Walla. Gibb 15, Lovett 19, Penzer 24, and Magnuson 11. Driscoll fouled on the way by Cortez. So Driscoll will shoot 2. Driscoll having a good day for the Yaks. 1 of 2 there. And Sapalak will head into the locker room, which leads the Yaks with just 5 as she is headed to the training room. Hopefully she's okay. Dawes will fire. And Lieber will hit it. Lieber has 10, and now the Warriors have 5 in double figures. And the rebound comes down to Cynthia Varela. And Lieber alone again. Nice pass by Rhodes. And it's 85-47. We will have a quick wrap up of this one, then we'll log off and set up for the men's game. If you're watching the men's game, you want to have it'll be a different window. So they call timeout just to get a different player in. Dawes sits down, and Arnold will come back for the final 90 seconds here. Walla Walla will win it 6 in a row. They'll go to 8-1 in the Eastern region and 17-6 overall. Rhodes up underneath, and that rolled off. Trying to get Darby a hoop, and she's had a couple opportunities, but and Driscoll. Nice hit by Faith Driscoll. She's having a great day for the Axe, 85-53. Lieber, and off of the Warriors. Final 40 seconds. Rasmussen and Driscoll again. You can't leave her. Driscoll is having a great day, and it's 85-56. Driscoll has 3 3-point goals in this quarter. Warriors will win this one here. The shot clock is off, and that's going to be the final score. 85-56. Walla Walla wins it here. Warriors are off Wednesday. Back here Saturday against Columbia Basin, who is taking care of business at Spokane today. Let's take you through this final stats, and then we'll sign off here. Get ready for the men's. Paige Penzer, 24 points and 16 rebounds. Dylan Lovett had 19, Jaysha Gibb 15, Emma Lieber 12, Brielle Magnuson 11. So 5 in doubles for the Warriors. Cortez and Arnold each had 2. Hope Driscoll ended up with 22. Imani Brown with 10. Elaine Rasmussen with 9. Elena Sapalak had 6. Abby Gilbert 5. Blake Barbie 4. And again, the Yaks playing with just 6 players today. So we hope that the injuries that they have will be remedied by their game next Saturday. They host Treasure Valley. That's a big Eastern Region game coming up on Saturday. 85-56 is our